And it helps if I get rid of the overlay.
That
Good
does help.
morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever this stream may find you in the world, and welcome to episode 20. So many hands, so many fingers of the Easy Level Up videocast, where we are going to be talking all things gaming. I am Tom Mosley, one of your hosts. My Instagram handle is down here. So feel free to give me a follow over on there, talk all things gaming as well. And I am joined, as always, by my wonderful co-host, Hannah Dethridge. Hello, Hannah. How are you?
Hello, Tom. I'm good, thank you. You're so professional. I feel like, how do I follow this with all your nice words and your nice business? And then I'm like, hello, you're right. How you doing? You okay?
But it's all going on. It's all going on. You're like the more fun part. I'm the professional part, and then you fun up the stream. You fun up the stream with your enthusiasm.
The stream. Thank you, Tom. I'll take that. Hey.
Take it.
I fun up things. Thank you. I thought you were going to start talking about my shirt, actually. That's where I thought you were going. I was like, oh, God,
no,
what's he going to say?
We have a guest for that. We have a guest for that.
But this is going to be a good stream. We've got some good things to talk about.
Looking forward to it. I'm very much because I'm still confused about which way to look. So you've probably noticed if you're used to and watch our videocast quite a lot that my background is now different. So I have moved offices in my house. I've moved rooms, I should say. So yeah, got new setup. I can now see more of my collectibles around.
I like
posters. A guitar I don't play because it's not mine.
I feel like you robbed it from me, to be honest. It's very similar to my guitar.
No. It is my wife's guitar. I cannot play a musical instrument. I used to be able to play piano, but I haven't done that in years. But
sleeves. Hello.
Next team meeting, just whack out the piano, see what happens. Adam can sing. You can play guitar.
It's a band. Let's do it.
We've got a whole band.
Hey, we've got loads of people watching.
We've got loads of people here, which is always good. So who have we got? We have Tashin over on Facebook. Good afternoon to you, Tashin. Wiki Webster over on Twitch. Go Experts assemble. We'll take it. I'll take the expert comment. I'll take the expert comments. Games Guru over on Twitch as well. Afternoon all. Good afternoon. Dagger Cass over on Twitch as well. We've got a lot of chat going on in there. So, guys, if you do have any questions for us or want to jump in at anything that we're talking about today, make sure you put it in chat and we will bring it onto the screen. But what are we talking about today, Hannah?
Tom, we are going to be talking about an absolutely amazing stream we've got. We're going to be talking about Obsidian Entertainment and all the games that they have released, in particular, because there's 4 of us and we've got 4 games that we all really like, so we're going to be talking about them. But as a Microsoft Xbox Studios, it's about darn time that we shout about Obsidian, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully my mic sounds a little bit better now. Adam did send me a message going, Tom, you might want to check your mic. So I have changed that now. So hopefully it's a lot more clearer and you can actually hear what I'm talking about slightly more clearer. But yes, we are going to be talking all things Obsidian. Wookie Webster, thank you very much for saying it's better. I completely forgot once I unplugged everything.
Sorry,
I plugged it back in again.
I thought it was okay, to be honest. I was just going with the flow. Apologies on my part.
But yeah, talking all things Obsidian. But we do need people to talk about that with Hannah. So who do we have the joys of joining us today on the video cast?
We have I'm going to go by, okay, I'm going to do like a game one. So Avowed is Adam, because Avowed and Adam, so there's an A.
Hello, Adam. How are you,
the worst introduction that I've ever given.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Not too shabby.
You're very relaxed today.
Well, thank you. I might just do the stream from here today.
Do it.
Just like
laid back, feet up.
Do it.
That's the great thing about this is we just chat video games and we talk about everything that's going on. Super relaxed. It is awesome to be part of. So you should be relaxed. You should be relaxed.
Be on these videocasts more often. It gives me a break. I get to chat games. I'm normally in the Windows 365 side of life, so this is always a nice change of pace. It's good.
Yeah, it's cool. Very much so.
So are you well, Adam? Are you okay?
Thank you. you. I'm all good. It's Monday. I feel good. It's always a good start to a week if you feel good on the Monday. And yeah, having a nice old time. Very happy about the topic of choice today.
Yes, there is a reason that we have the certain people on to talk about these sort of things. As
next
Woody
guest
Webster
will
said
prove.
earlier, it's experts assemble, and we've hopefully gathered the experts.
Fingers crossed. You'd like to think that. That would be a nice touch.
Very much so.
we
But
don't
who
know.
is our fourth or second guest and our fourth member?
So we've had our avowed guest, and now we have our grounded guest, which is Gregory Nichols.
Here he is.
Greg's been holding that up for approximately 10 minutes.
Yeah, just waiting,
Waiting for the intro.
waiting for this opportunity.
Hello.
Oh, some light reading, was it there? I love how you let it hit the floor.
That made a great sound.
Yeah, that has hit things I did not need it to hit. But anyway, how do's everybody?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad at all.
I just that was the whole thing was just a roller coaster of
I
whirlwind.
think that's just kind of not to account there. Like, just that intro, that transition.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's all fun and
the-
games.
Avowed Adam and the grounded Greg.
Yeah,
That's me, always grounded.
That's
Always.
handy.
that is handy. I'm
some
handy.
handy
In
game
other
files
news, I am handy.
Oh, there,
Handy.
Hannah.
There we go.
There we
Tom,
go.
take it back. Bring
Take
it
it
back.
back.
It's all good. Me and Greg
Um,
are just gonna sit back and drink our branded.
Yeah,
drinks here.
you
I have no beverage.
That's not even my branded one. It says my own name on it. How
Oh
embarrassing.
yes, you are the brand.
self-brand, self-promote,
Get the
self-promote.
name out there.
100%. So it is the Videocast, and as always on our Videocast, we like to get to know of all of us a little bit better. And as always, Hannah prepares some wonderful, quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Hello to Jessica Jane over on Twitch as
Hey,
well. So thank you very much for joining us.
You've come in at the right time.
It's Jess. Sorry.
Oh man, why haven't we got a title card for that yet? That's good. It's just
So
I do
Are
apologize.
we ready? Are we ready for
we
quick
are.
fire questions?
Guys, if you
before we
are
all
in
lose the
chat,
plot?
remember to answer these as well. Let us know what's going on, what your options are as well. So Hannah, take us away.
I will take you away. Just collapse the stream. So, question number 1. Let's go. Adam, avowed Adam, grounded Greg, and there isn't a T.
The
Is there a
Outer
T?
Worlds
Yes,
Tom.
Tyranny, Tom.
The
There's
Tom.
there's a tyranny.
Lead on.
So yeah, we'll go that way. So question number 1, please answer in the chat as well, so we know your answers. Would you rather be in game as a main character, a pirate, or a cowboy?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you.
And hello to Kevin Hook. Kevin Hook, welcome to the stream.
Hello, Kevin Hook.
I don't know how to answer that one. That's like asking me, would I rather play Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Red Dead Redemption? Like,
This is the 2 games that I played last, so that's why the questions
that's
are.
why
as they are.
I mean, how am I not surprised that is the result?
All these questions are based off what Hannah's been playing recently.
No, I try and make it fair.
I'll probably go with pirate. Like if I base it on the games in terms of what I'm able to do. Any game where I play a pirate, there's the sea aspect as well of it.
Sea of Thieves as well.
And I love Sea of Thieves. Sea
Yeah.
of Thieves is amazing. So yeah.
Pirate fan.
Also, shout out to Games Guru who said my mic was a little bit low. I have turned it up, so hopefully that's all good for you, bro. But yeah, pirate.
cowboy. Cowboy, easy. Learned how to ride a horse last year, so I could do that in real terms. Red Dead, me and my horse bonded so much before the final scene.
Oh no, don't. Shh.
Shush! I haven't finished it. I haven't finished the game.
No spoilers
Hey,
here, Greg.
Ryan
Don't
again.
get
It ends well. But yeah, cowboy all day. Double shooting, mate. Double shooting.
But you've made some enemies, Greg. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey guys, it's been out for a year and a half. Get all this
yeah, you know.
I have so many
it's
games
literally,
to play.
It's leaving Game Pass. It's been on Game Pass for months, and it's been out for like a year. So if you haven't played it yet, what are you doing?
Played
Come
it.
on.
I'm just like 2/3, 3/4 of the way through.
out.
Yeah, but that's because your backlog of games is disastrous, Tom.
Oh, it's awful.
Rude. It came off Game Pass last week, actually.
It
so
did.
What's your answer, Tom?
I am cowboy 100%. I wish I was born in that era of time to be an actual real cowboy. I would definitely, cowboy is for me.
I wish I hadn't have asked this question because it's the hardest question I think I've asked myself. Because I don't think I can choose. Because I mean, I'd love to be a cowboy.
That's not an answer, Hannah.
And I'd love to be a pirate.
Everybody.
It's your question.
Yeah!
You can't skip out on the answer to your question.
Cowboy. Okay, probably a pirate because I'd get to plunder and get treasure and just drink rum, you know?
Oh,
So I'm going to go pirate. Okay.
But I'll just drink moonshine if I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
All valid points.
Hats. Either way, you get to wear a cool hat. So we'll leave it there. Question number 2. Please put your answers in the chat. Pac-Man or Space Raiders? Space Raider.
Space Invader?
Space Invader. Space Raiders.
Space Raiders are crazy.
Space Raiders.
Yeah.
Other crisps are available.
Or the... I was at that retro game arcade yesterday and I played both games and I still managed to get the name wrong.
Space Raiders. So, I'll probably go with Space Invaders just because it's the one I can remember playing more between that and Batman. In all honesty, couldn't really care less, but I'll go with Space Invaders.
God.
Special comments on the questions.
I'm dying. Look how red I've got. Oh.
I'm
not as red as your hair. You're good.
I'm the same as Adam. I would say Space Invaders because I remember playing it more. But as a brand identity, I prefer Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Sexy bow. Over to you, Tom.
I would pick Pac-Man because I think that as much I didn't really play Space Invaders much as a kid, or even retro now. So I play a lot more Pac-Man type of games.
Even though I got the name wrong, I prefer Space Invaders because Pac-Man makes me really, really angry because I never get out of the little tight spaces quick enough. But when Space Invaders when it comes closer and closer and closer, I seem to just get there just in time. Question number 3, guys. We've got 3 more, and then we're going strong. If you're gaming, do you prefer? And this will be one that Jer takes and absolutely ruins me for asking. RGB lighting or natural light?
In what context, sorry?
In the vicinity, in the area that you can see, that's on the walls, that's on the room, that's around you.
I'm going to go for natural lighting mainly because that's basically my workspace. I have one light which is above my monitor, and RGB would probably be really, really cool. But yeah, I've never really tried it, so I'll just go with what I know.
I too have to choose natural light. That is my answer.
Okay then.
Keeping it simple.
It's not exactly RGB, but I have customizable lights in my house, which I can control from my phone, so I can change the color of those lights. Cool. So it's kind of RGB, and I like to make the lights associate to what I'm kind of playing. So I kind of get in the vicinity. So it's not like flashing RGB, but it's like one color light type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jess, I'm not going to say the brand, but you might be correct.
I pick RGB because I like to change the color depending on what game I play. So if I'm playing Red Dead, I like to have the red light on. If I'm playing Black Flag, I have the blue light on because of the sea. If I'm playing the Outer Worlds, I have purple on because of space. So I like to change the color depending on what I'm playing. I'm cool like that.
I can actually change the color of my light.
He's doing it. Things are happening.
Let me turn that off.
Okay. Meanwhile, while Tom does the disco in the background, we have 2 more questions. We're getting there. We've nearly done 20 minutes of the stream.
Is that 5 questions?
Look at this. This is cool. There's always 5 questions.
Is there?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. They're always painful. You should always know this. Okay. 4th question.
Question number 4.
Headshot or I don't really care as long as they're on target. What'd you go for?
Headshot. There's that satisfying thing of like how accurate you are, and most games have some form of system where you get more, not obviously you get more damage with a headshot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So precision shots, as
Hard
it's
to
called
get,
in
though.
Destiny 2, that game I never talk about. And yeah, headshots.
Do you have a Destiny tattoo, Adam?
I should at this point.
I'm surprised
wait.
you
I have plenty of merch, but
Cool. I'm going for the second answer, Hannah, which is as I want them to go. Well, the third answer, I want to go through as much pain as possible before I end it with a headshot.
So whatever shot, as
I
long as
want
you're
to
on
show my
time.
accuracy after that, but my accuracy comes in the form of I'll take each of your limbs off, so you beg me, and then you're dead.
And pop.
And that's just in Pac-Man. It's not even in.
Finding a
Space
whole
Raiders.
new side of Greg. A whole new side of Greg.
finding a whole new side of this chat. Like,
Yeah, to be
brutal.
fair. I am also all about precision shots. I generally play as a sniper or precision weapon, so I'm always aiming for the weak spot of the enemy. 9 times out of 10, it is generally a headshot. But depending on the game you play, as to reference Destiny, some enemies have a core in their stomach or chest that you have to hit over their head. So I'm a weak point hitter.
Oh, I like that. Weak point hitter.
nice.
I like headshots. I do try and get a headshot because it's one shot kill with a headshot, so I can just get more done. I can be more productive. I can do great things. If I go
Wow,
for
that was direct to the camera. That is not the first time doing that. Hello.
Okay, and our final question is, please, thank you all, and please put your answers in the chat. COD or COD Zombies, if you had to choose.
Oh, COD. I thought you said card. I'm like, what?
So,
I thought
COD.
it was
I'm
gonna
not
be
doing well today. COD or
Do I
COD
have
Zombies.
to choose?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't play COD, so I don't know. Based on when I last played it, normal COD. So
Okay.
and then depending on the scenario, COD with some chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just thought I'd get
Puns.
that in there.
Puns.
That old cheesy joke.
Cheesy chips.
I am going for. I like anything with zombies, right? I'm a slave to the zombies, so COD Zombies. That's it. That was the answer.
You're good at this, Greg.
I'd also pick COD Zombies mainly because of the multiplayer aspect. I think getting a couple of mates together and trying to survive waves after waves after waves of zombies is always good fun. So yeah, COD
zombie
Zombies for
would
me.
taste disgusting.
I
just would.
Can you tell that Adam missed lunch today and is thinking about food?
Hey, I've eaten. I'm all good.
I've missed lunch too, which is why I was talking about Space Raiders, I think. My answer is COD Zombies. Always, every day, COD Zombies. It's so much fun, and it's the waves because they come in waves. It's so much fun, and the environments are all very different because end of world, because zombies. So
Because
COD
zombies.
Zombies for me.
COD Zombies.
And thank you guys for being present for our 20th quick fire questions. Can you believe I've done 20? 20 times 5. What's that?
Technically, you haven't been on every
100?
stream, so
Is that 100 questions?
Did you really just have to ask what 20 times 5 is?
Yeah, but I still answered it myself. Thank you very much.
But I was just letting my dog out, by the way, if anyone wondered why I'm randomly opening my door.
just letting the ghost in and out.
Yeah.
So that is
Letting the
our
COD zombie in
20th
there.
episode of Quickfire Questions, as Hannah said. That is 100 questions that we have gone through.
That's awesome.
Quick math by Hannah right there.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you very much
Genius.
for that. But we are here for one reason and one reason only. And that is to talk all about Obsidian Entertainment and them as a game developer.
Mhm.
And we have these illustrious guests on for one reason as well, is that these guys love Obsidian games.
Oh yes, so much.
Greg is very excited. But before we kind of get into the more recent releases, I kind of want to go through some of their older titles because they actually have a pretty good history of video games. And I want you guys to think, as I'm going through this list, like what games have you played, have you heard of, you love, and anything like that. So far, we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Wars.
Oh my god.
We have Neverwinter Nights 2, Alpha Protocol, Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Yes!
I'm glad it wasn't the other one because then I didn't have to say the other titles. Pillars of Eternity, Skyforge, Pathfinder Adventures, Armored Warfare, Tyranny, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, and then we've got the recent releases, which we'll go into in a minute. So, Greg, you straight away reacted to Knights of the Old Republic. I guess you kind of remember played it?
Never played it, mate. No. Yeah, no, that was it. How do I explain it? I'm getting too excited just thinking about a game I wasn't prepared to talk about. It was probably the first time they were trying to do a canon-based story, taking it back into the days, and just made it so rich and showed you development of the choices for being a Jedi or a Dark Jedi through to Sith, and that was amazing. Cutscenes were sick as well, so sick.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have to say on Knights of the Old Republic. So sick, like Neo.
So just to point out another game that I love, which is Fallout New Vegas. Jess has never played it.
Neither have I.
Oh, what?
In fact, I can now confirm, based on that list that you just went through, the first Obsidian game I've ever played is The Outer Worlds. I've never played any of those games at all. I know obviously of Fallout New Vegas and Knights of the Old Republic, but otherwise, it's just New Vegas. At the time of the age gamer that I was, it just wasn't a gaming world that I had gotten myself into. And same with Knights of the Old Republic. It just kind of skipped by me, and then by the time I actually realised, it's just something I never went back to. So,
yeah, fair enough. How about yourself, Hannah? Any games stick out, or have you played any of them?
I've had a dabble. I remember when the South Park the Stick of Truth came out on Xbox 360. I remember when it came out, and I love South Park. I do, even though I want to hate it. I love it so much, and I love that they're just such nerds. And actually, this makes me really excited for what's to come, because we all know that Stan and Kyle and Cartman, they're absolute nerds. They play Warcraft. They love it. They like Lord of the Rings. It's everything that inspires them. So the fact that
Kenny there, I dare you.
Yeah, well, Kenny's always dead, isn't he? So that's right. But to reference like the Alvan world and the playground battles and stuff like that actually just makes me excited for what Obsidian could bring to the table when creating something that is actually that. I don't want to say too much, but it's that kind of genre in real life and not in South Park. But I love South Park. I think it's great. I didn't know it was Obsidian.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were kind of part of the team that helped kind of develop the game, putting some of the mechanics into it. Because you've probably kind of guessed from the amount of the games that we've just listed, the majority of them, if not maybe all of them, are an RPG. Like they're all level up your character, find weapons, find armor, battle mystical enemies, and stuff like that. And like even South Park: The Stick of Truth has elements of that. Yes, it's kids playing a role-playing game in the, like as kind of their imagination, but the gameplay is actually RPG mechanics. They are known for their RPGs. And it's kind of one of those games that's when you hear that Obsidian are making a game, you hope that it's an RPG because you know what you're going to get with that type of thing, which I think is awesome. But yeah, let us know what games you've played. We've seen a couple of people talking about New Vegas, Neverwinter Nights. We've seen there as well. So it's it's good. Yeah, Daggercast has played Neverwinter, but none of the others. So it's there are so many games out there to play. If you fancy a retro game, I can't recommend enough Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Absolutely phenomenal games, and I back Greg 100%. It was one of the first games that went, you make a choice, it has a consequence, and it could change the game completely. So which is and
amazing. The choreography and the cutscenes and the lightsaber battles was better than, dare I say, any of the sequel stuff that we've had in recent years of the movie. So
bold claims.
Games. Then.
Don't at me, John Boyega. Don't at me.
Mate, you'd be over the moon if he atted you.
Oh yeah, please, John Boyega, please at me. Please really at me. Sorry, enough shout outs. Please at me.
But yeah, guys, if you do on that topic, if you do want to get in touch, all of our Instagram handles are in the bottom left-hand corner of our little squares. So if you do want to reach out and talk about anything that we've spoken about today or more things gaming, please do reach out. Give us a follow, give us a like, and all that jazz. But we have 3 other games that we want to talk about when it comes to Obsidian.
Yeah, we do.
And it's probably the games that the majority of people have either played or heard of when it comes to these, because just it might have been your gaming kind of type of games you play and all those bits and pieces. You might have been playing other things at the time, as we've heard from us already that not all of us have played some of the older games. And the first one I'm going to talk about is going to make someone very, very excited, and he has already shown his excitement on the stream. And that is Grounded.
Yeah, you
So Greg, I'm going to let you take the lead on this and kind of tell us, for people that don't know, what is Grounded?
Right, easy. If you've seen or heard of Honey, I've Shrunk the Kids, that fantastic movie, you're shrunk. You're a kid. You've been shrunk. You have no wife. You have no other kids. And you're in the backyard. You don't know how you've got there, but what happens when you shrink in the backyard? You are now the smallest thing compared to other creatures.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a survival game, and some would say a survival horror, because when you're teeny tiny, ladybugs are scary, ants are scary, and also wolf spiders.
Wolf spiders? What?
Wolf spiders.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Don't. Let's not talk about them.
So you got to survive. So essentially, the first aspect of it is you can pick 1 of 4 kids. You have shrunk. You have no idea what's happened. But much like a TV show that I was rewatching lately called Lost, you think you're just in a kind of a jungle, and then you're chopping down some grass, and then you're thinking, okay, this is all right. Let me make a little bandage. That's all cool. Yeah, there's some ants around. Then I come across some man-made things, much like a hatch. I see laboratories and machines. So how have I been shrunk? How am I here? All these questions come flooding through my brain. And then I'm chased by a larvae. And then oh my God.
Oh, they're a pain. So
really
yeah,
enjoyed
Greg,
the way you said larvae. Larvae.
Greg, thank you very much for that. Hopefully everybody is caught up to speed. But Hannah and Adam, have you guys played it? What do you think of it? If you haven't played it?
Yes, I have.
I've seen you play, Adam.
I played it, and I was in the darkness for ages because I was next to a box and I didn't realise that I couldn't find the way out. I played it on Level Up, didn't I? And it was fun. It was so much fun.
How about yourself, Adam?
Okay. I have not played it. I am of the thing that many people have an issue with, and I know there's an option in game for this, but you put spiders in a game. Nope. I tried to finish Jedi Fallen Order, could not finish it because of damn spiders.
Oh, yeah.
So
that makes sense.
same rule applies to Grounded. I'd probably really like it, but yeah, put giant spiders in my face. I'm
can
a
make
big
them
old nope. I'm not even that
marshmallows.
scared of spiders. It's just
if anything,
make them giant.
Make it work.
No.
You can make them marshmallows, and they're just marshmallows that come and get you.
I love that. The arachnophobe mode is worse than the usual mode.
It is. It's like a marshmallow. I can't eat marshmallows now.
It is like one of those things, though. It's the same as you, Adam. Like, I'm not scared of spiders. Like, I will happily handle them, and like if they're in the room, they're in the room. That's fine. But being the size or being smaller than a spider, and a spider running at you, as the music changes, I get like tingles all over my body. Like I close up every time I can like hear them. So yeah, I completely get what you're saying, Adam, 100%. But I just really kind of enjoy the survival element, as Greg was saying. So do you think it might be something you could dabble in, or you point blank refusing, Adam, because of the spiders?
I could probably dabble in it, but I can just see the same thing happening in that game as it did with Jedi Fallen Order, where like I spend enough time having giant spiders running at me and spitting crap at me, and I'm like, nope, I'm done, I'm out. So
I'm out of this.
Yeah, no, the scariest bit is, like I said, there's orb weavers, which are dangerous as it is, but then there's the wolf spider, and you can see all of them through the grass. But if you're looking out and you see the grass move, you're like, oh, I don't want to go over there. And then you see, and then just hooks on. Oh, it's dangerous. But good fun once you get the hang of it. I think the shout out, and this is why I want to speak about it for Obsidian, was it's in early access, but the community to help build this game get better and better is amazing. So I've never really been involved in this type of things on Xbox before, but I've had some issues with some save games. I've put it onto their Discord and I've emailed them, and they got straight back to me. They've added patches. It's been one of the most updated games I've seen in recent times. So there's been 4 updates in 2 months, some with extra additions in the game, but then also with patches to make. They changed the game so that one of the insects that comes up from the ground, what is it, a grub? Actually, when they changed it, the noise underground was terrifying. So they had to dial that back a bit because gamers were just going, nope, I can't. In the middle of the night. But so all the changes have started going through now. It's not a fully fledged game by any influence. So you can get through the storyline in an hour and a half with some bits they've added in now. But the survival and building, I think I'm on stream, Tom, with yourself in a couple of weeks to do that one, where I can show. It's going to be like MTV Cribs, where I've spent a lot of hours into this thing. So I've built a fantastic new area, Iron Man armor everywhere. I've really spent some time with this guy. So if I've ever been offline during the day,
I was just about to say, this is why I can't get hold of you ever during the day.
I'm here offline on Xbox. Don't you worry about that trick. We all know that trick. Okay? We all know that trick.
No comment.
Yeah.
Tom's gamer score is rocketing at the
moment. But just before we move on to kind of the next title, what Greg kind of pointed out there, that this game is in preview. Do you guys enjoy playing games that are in preview to kind of help develop, or would you rather wait for it kind of all that work to be done and then play the full release? Like, do you mind? Do you care? Is it just a new game, so you're going to play it anyway? What are your kind of thought processes?
I don't mind too much. I have done preview games, but I think there is a part of me that prefers just waiting for the full release and then kind of experience it how it's meant to be played. Because I did the Sea of Thieves stuff when it was in beta for freaking ages, and and that was fun. But then there's an argument that some of that fun can be taken away because it's just what's released in the main game then, and I've kind of done it all. So yeah, I don't know. 9 times out of 10, I'll probably just go for main game now and wait. I'm not that fussed about testing periods and that sort of thing. Unless it's something that proper captures my imagination, then maybe I'll dive in. But yeah, probably main game.
That's fair enough.
I think it's really cool to be part of the process, like Greg was saying, if they need some, because the only way developers know when a game's out there what needs changing, if people tell them and people say this is what I need support with. So to be part of that process, I think is awesome. But it would be the same as Adam. I'd only be part of that process if it's a game that I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, you have to. With Grounded, I really am with that one, because you get frustrated because you want to play it even more. So it's like, oh, there's been a glitch here, or I can't put anything in storage containers. Then you're like, oh, I really want to do that. So it's just swinging roundabouts for it. But there's a team of, I feel like I'm in the room with them. There's a team of 13, 14 from Obsidian that do Grounded. So actually, this community is like being an extra developer. So I've got all the respect in the world for them. Hopefully, at me.
What's great though as well is that they really do take those comments on board and stuff and try and apply them, because granted this is a bit of a sidestep, but the last preview thing I was involved in at all was xCloud in general. And they would always stress for like people to send their feedback. I literally had a thing where I was playing it on and off for a couple of weeks, and I always had trouble with my own Wi-Fi, and it'll be better on 4G. I literally sent feedback back. I went on it the next week, and I have no idea. I have no way of proving whether this is tied to that feedback or not, but I've not had a problem since. So
they emailed through, Adam. It was they fixed your problem directly. I believe that's confirmed.
Oh yeah, nice. But still, like it does go to the way of like sending back that feedback and things that are wrong or things that you think might be better. It's a cool process to be a part of, as we said.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm all for preview builds, but to shadow your points, guys, is it has to be a game that I'm interested in, at least the type of genre I have to be interested in, to at least wanted to give it a go. But Grounded is definitely one of those games. I know when it first launched, me and Greg spent the end of pretty much every single conversation we ever had was talking about Grounded. So those conversations went on always slightly longer than they probably should have, but it was always good to talk about it.
I built a signing Grounded that I shared with you, Tom. I think I can't share it on this stream of what I built, but I made a massive thing so that the person who shrunk me in the game could see it. But it was, it was a bit rude. But it was just you can build things. So I'll share that with anybody who asks me.
There you go. A reason to at Greg Nichols. So from Grounded, one of Obsidian's titles, to something that's a little bit different. And I know, Adam, you have been a big fan of this game series and recent expansions, which is the Outer Worlds.
Yes.
So, Adam, tell us a little bit about Outer Worlds, like from the type of game it is to your experiences with it.
We mentioned Fallout New Vegas earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, literally, if you played Fallout New Vegas and you loved it and you want a Fallout experience, play the Outer Worlds, because that's exactly what you get, like from the multiple choices of dialogue and the different ways of approaching situations to the freaking terminals. They have computer terminals in there. It's like... and yeah, it's an amazing game. And I think what really kind of highlights the choice side of things and how things can change for you was really highlighted for me back when we did the stream last week, because Reese is a big fan of it as well. Mm-hmm. And we were playing through it, and Reese saw that I had 6 companions, because you can have up to 6 companions. And the way I did my playthrough, I managed to get every single one of them. Reese had no idea you could get 6. He only ever had 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put them all in your ship.
That's a massive shift in terms of like, because there's certain side quests and stuff you can have with those companions as well, and the side quests that you uncover, like some games will just kind of make side quests very obvious to you. Like if I use Assassin's Creed Odyssey as an example, you'll have those giant explanation points everywhere. And in some games, there'll be things that you have to discover, but they're quite obvious to you when you arrive at that point. Like you just see something big going on. There's a scuffle going on, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, you can genuinely miss stuff completely. Like I've been in playing Peril of Gorgon at the moment, the new expansion. I was literally just in this bar, and I'm walking. And when we played it on stream, I'm trying to rush through it because I can't. Tom knows how stressed I was on Wednesday when we're about to go live, and Peril of Gorgon has still not launched on the Microsoft Store. And then literally, as we were talking about it, it went live. And thank God it was a 10 megabyte download, and I'd already downloaded the update so we could play it. But that meant that I was trying to rush through dialogue options and to try and get into some of the game and try and explore Gorgon. So on the stream, I have gone to the Sprat Shack, which is one of the first places you go to. I've ended up talking to the lady at the bar, finding out the information I need, and then I'm on my way. Off I go. Now, I restarted my playthrough on the weekend so that I could kind of go through the dialogue properly and see what's what. And I ended up talking to everyone in that bar, and I kid you not, I did a side quest whilst I was in that bar, and I unlocked 2 more. And
it's never ending. Side quests are never ending.
Yeah, so and that's the thing. It forces you into the idea of exploration and making sure that you really look at everything, and then the amount of ways you can go through those different situations. Like, you could literally, in the main Outer Worlds game, you could have one of your main quest points, and you can go there, and he can deliver you this main quest point, and this will happen, blah, blah, blah. He gives you what you need to do. You go off, do that, come back, maybe he'll talk a bit more, and then you got to go do something else. Or you can just shoot him in the head right at the beginning.
Shoot him in the head.
If you want to do that, you can do that. You can just shoot him in the head, and then that character's gone. And then it's like, oh, what have you done? And then it takes you on a different route completely. So it might skip an entire quest point. It might just jump to one further down the line. It might give you something else to do. And so, yeah, that whole idea of that immersion into your choices have consequences, it's like they expertly applied it in Outer Worlds.
Sounds great. I love it. I love the game.
I've not played it, but I've just pressed go and download it.
It's good.
Sold.
It's good. It's different. It's different to anything else I've played. I've played a lot of RPGs, and even though there is a lot of similarity with Fallout, it is still very, very different, and it's really cool. It's quirky. There's a lot of different characters. There's a lot of different it's just cool. I just really like it. But I think my favorite thing is just the space vibes. Space is choice.
Space vibes. I love the comedy in it. The humor is great.
It is. It is. The characters are great, and yeah, I like it.
And Peril of Gorgon, worth the investment so far. I'm very much enjoying it. So it's just more Outer Worlds. That's literally what it is. New location, more Outer Worlds.
Yep. And it's great. And what I kind of like about it is, like, with the base game of Outer Worlds, you're on all these planets and all those bits and pieces, and you can kind of forget that you are in space. You are on a different planet because everything's quite modernized. It looks like kind of the real world that we know on Earth. There's buildings and all those bits and pieces, and yes, the fauna and flora are pretty exotic. But I think with Perils of Gorgon, you feel like you're in space because you're on an asteroid and you're kind of traversing around and traveling around trying to solve this mystery. It's basically detectives in space, Perils of Gorgon, which I really, really like.
So how much bigger of a map do you get with the DLC?
It's a whole new area to go visit. So with the Outer Worlds map, you have all these different planets you can visit. And this is this massive asteroid. I'd compare it to, if you've played through the game, I'd compare it to Monarch, because Monarch was probably the biggest space that you got to go through in that game. So definitely comparable to that in terms of scale. And
cool.
And then I think as well, it adds some additional bits which are story based to other areas as well, because there's a couple places I visited and I'm like, I do not remember being here, like, ever. So either I've forgotten or they have added bits to some of the other places as well.
What I quite like about the asteroid or Gorgon as the place is that there's quite a lot of verticality. So like where the main living areas are, there's all kind of paths and bits and pieces like that. But because it's on an asteroid which has been like dug into, there's like paths below you and like areas that you've got to try and get to. So many times I've gone, like I forgot when I first started the game that there is fall damage in the game. So I'd be like, I need to get down there, jump. Okay.
That was a bad decision.
It was a very bad decision. But yeah, there's a lot of verticality to the map as well. So it's almost like double the size without actually increasing the footprint, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think you could look at the map and it's a bit deceiving. Like you look at it and you think, I'll just go there, and there. But actually, some are on top of these massive cliffs, and that hangs over another area which is below it, which you can't see on the map. And yeah, it's quite cool.
Very in depth, which is great. But a typical RPG from Obsidian as well, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. They do amazing work on RPGs. So yeah, it's Obsidian. Outer Worlds, I know that Adam would definitely recommend. I would 100% recommend. I think Hannah, from what you've said, you seem to enjoy it as well.
It's good.
Awesome.
GG.
And we've all told Greg to download it, and he's now downloading it. So
no, using that Xbox Game Pass app. Shameless plug.
And that was the point I was about to say, is before we get on to this next title, which I know Hannah is very excited about. Obsidian is an Xbox game studio. It is part of that family now. So Outer Worlds and Grounded are both available through Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, or Game Pass for PC, whichever one you have. So yeah, you can download these games now as part of your subscription. Give them a go. Peril of Gorgon isn't included in the expansion. In the Game Pass subscription. However, you do get a 10% discount for owning Game Pass to download that as a digital title as well. So you get some discount for being on Game Pass, which is pretty awesome.
Cool.
But a game that is coming to Game Pass
and
to they'll be launching a Game Pass day and day.
Ground shakes.
Which are sound bites. Yeah. A game that's going to be coming soon, day and date to Xbox Game Pass, is Avowed. So Hannah, tell us.
Hello.
There isn't much information, as we know.
There isn't, but I've been doing a little bit of research. So Avowed was revealed. First time we all saw it was when we were watching the Xbox Game Showcase. And I did get very, very excited the minute I saw that there was medieval structures, there was possibly a castle, there was some arrows being shot away with some fire blazing from them, and there was magic. So there was this character who was wielding a sword and then with one hand and then using magic with another hand, and there was some purple vibey, fluorescent lines that came out of their other hand. And I think what we can expect is it will be an RPG. It'll be the next big RPG that Obsidian are launching. So we know there's going to be an awesome lot of dialogue and narrative with that, and all the medieval stuff I'm really, really into. So if you think about how cool Outer Worlds is, how cool their side quests are, and their characters are, and their companions are, but we mix that with Lord of the Rings, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, and I'm really, really excited. And I've been doing a bit of research, and Obsidian listed some job vacancies on their LinkedIn. So we can kind of see what's going to come from... No,
Yeah.
where are you there? No.
Yeah, you know, man. I like you don't know where I am.
I have not. No, you'll know I haven't because I haven't updated my LinkedIn for ages. So there you go. I'm happy where I am. Thank you. However, there's a lot of concentration on first-person narratives and combat and gameplay, and I can't say the word, but melee.
Melee.
Yeah,
Melee.
I say melee. Is that wrong?
I say melee. Melee.
Melee.
But the melee, the melee combat style. There's a lot of focus on that.
I say Malay because my mum used to beat me and she's from Malaysia, so I thought that just adds in.
Oh.
Too soon, but it's true. But that's another time.
Okay, thank you, Greg, for that input. But yeah, so I think there'll be a lot of. I think there's about 100 people that are working on it at the moment, and it's been in development for about 2 years. So it's going to be a huge title. What people are really comparing it to is Skyrim. So there's a lot of Skyrim fans out there. People that love RPGs and people that love fantasies love Skyrim. So it will be so cool to see what Obsidian can do with that kind of game, I guess.
Hannah, question,
yeah.
Hannah. Because it's like medieval times, and it's like fantasy medieval times. What creature would you think they have to put in that make you the happiest?
I've got a list. It says in my notes, I hope there are, elves, dwarven blacksmiths, orcs, ice trolls, giants. I've put 5 in there.
Jess has gone for dragons as well.
Oh, and dragons.
I'm more of a wyvern fan, but okay.
Yeah.
Dwarven blacksmiths. That's what I want, creating raw hammers and sending me off to defeat orcs. That's just the dream.
Are elves better blacksmiths, or is that?
I think dwarven blacksmiths are really good. Warhammers and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we shall wait and see. Like we'll go into it. Like the game is obviously a few years away as far as we're aware at the moment. But you talking about that kind of Skyrim element as well is yes, the next Elder Scrolls Skyrim game has been teased. Like we've seen a title screen basically, and I think this will really fill that void of people that love that world and love that style of game. Yeah, this will be allowing them to transition across into a new IP from a different developer to kind of see how they can take those elements and make an amazing Obsidian game, because I've got no doubt that this game is going to be brilliant.
Definitely. I think there was a lot of Lord of the Rings vibes from the trailer. So I don't think it will be exactly like the Elder Scrolls and Skyrim. I think it will have its own entity and its own just gameplay in there. But it will just really, really excite the people that love those kind of games. And there's so many good fantasy RPGs out there. So I can't wait to see, because of how good Outer Worlds is, I can't wait to see what they do. And the mechanics of Grounded are awesome. So if you've got that kind of mechanics with creatures in this, but medieval creatures, this could be something like insanely good.
Has a lot of promise. It has a lot of promise. Adam, any thoughts on Avowed? That type of RPG player, or is it something that you go, yeah, it looks good, but maybe not for me?
Thank you. That is what I needed today.
That was amazing. That was incredible.
I knew you were working on something because you were a little bit distracted, and I was like, something's coming. Something is coming.
Oh, that was so good.
No comment. I don't know enough about it, so I'm all up for a new fantasy-based game, especially by Obsidian. So I'm all for it. But yeah, it's something that I've personally not paid much attention to. I know Hannah has a lot more. I saw the initial trailer when they announced it on the game showcase and stuff. But yeah, I'm intrigued. Intrigued is the word I'll use there. But yeah,
it's not been much released though, so
yeah, exactly. So
we won't have seen that much.
For me, if there's as much like kind of options and dedication to the game that they've put into Outer Worlds, I'm sold. You don't even have to tell me anything else. I know it's going to be good. So yeah.
Can you play the Witcher noise again, please?
You want again?
Yeah. So good, so good. Oh.
That needs to be. We need to incorporate that into like pop-ups. Every time we get a pop-up or like a chat comes in, it's just that noise.
Every time you bring in a comment, like just bring in a comment now. Anyone, I don't even care which one.
This one.
Dragon.
Oh no, I didn't want it back.
Oh no.
Oh, it's ruined.
Fail.
I'd really enjoy that noise when I got out of bed in the morning. I feel like I'd be ready for the day.
Side quest complete. Got out of bed.
Achievement.
Depending on it, though. If I didn't get that noise, I'm like, well, I'm not getting out of bed now. Then
Oh dear me.
All good.
So good.
But well, yeah, guys, we are reaching time. We're over our 45 minutes, but I think we've kind of got to an hour now. It's the normal staple for our streams. But yeah, we have spoken plenty about Obsidian Entertainment as a developer of some amazing video games. Spoken about the two core ones that are kind of available now, and spoken about Avowed, which will be coming at some point in the future. We've yet to have a release date, but I can't reiterate enough as well that these three games that we've primarily spoken about today are all going to be available on Xbox Game Pass. So you don't have to spend £50 and go, oh, I'm not really sure about it. You don't have to kind of potentially waste that money. You can be part of Xbox Game Pass. If you haven't already got it, you can sign up for £1 at the moment for your first month. Give the games a go, see what you think. And that's what Greg's going to be doing now with Outer Worlds. We will get Adam to play Grounded at some point just to see the reaction.
Yeah, come join my garden. Come join my garden, mate. I've got ladybug armor. I can kick you out, son.
To be fair, I can already if you want me reacting to spiders and stuff, you don't even need to put me on Grounded. To be fair, I think we have plans for what's going on Halloween, which I hate you all for. But you know.
Very excited. So we will be doing a horror special Halloween stream for Easy Level Up, which is on our Wednesday streams. And there may be Adam and Hannah part of this stream.
No.
Who are going to be playing some horror games. As we all know and love when Adam and Hannah play horror games.
Hey, I've never, ever played a horror game ever in my life. It'll be the first time playing one.
So we're going to have some fun with that. But that is something very much to look forward to at the end of October. We've got loads going to be coming on with all the bits and pieces with all of our streams. So it'll be really good fun. Well, it will be for us. It might not be for those guys. So.
Yeah, that doesn't matter about them, does it? That's going to be funny.
I'm going to wear horror makeup there. Hey, Greg, thanks for not saying anything about my shirt. You forgot, didn't you? You totally forgot.
No, I wrote them down and I threw that book at the beginning, didn't I?
Lol.
I wrote them down. I'll have to read them to you later. I wrote them down. Sorry.
Oh, good science. But then, Hannah, you did bring up the shirt yourself now, so
I did.
It's a very nice shirt.
You want any
very colourful.
Thank you. I call it my Bob Ross shirt.
Bob Ross shirt.
It is. And on that note, make sure that you are aware that you never ever make mistakes. Just happy little accidents.
Very true. Life motto to live by, 100%. But on that note, guys, I think we have reached the end of our stream. I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. Gregory Nichols and Adam Schofield.
So good.
They've done some amazing work being on the stream with us today, talking about some amazing Obsidian titles. Thank you very much to Hannah as well.
You're welcome. Welcome. I think I lost my mind a little bit on this one, but it's okay.
It's been good fun. It's always
thank you, Tom.
It's our favorite. Thank you. It's our favorite time of the week. Talk gaming and do all those bits and pieces. It's always good fun. And thank you to everybody that has joined in chat. There has been loads of comments in chat today, which is awesome to see, awesome to read. These things are always made so much better by the interaction that you guys give. So yeah, thank you very much for that. If you do want to continue any of these conversations, hit us up on Instagram. But we are live every single Monday, generally in the afternoon. Next week, we're going to be doing a very similar thing that we did today, but we're going to be doing it with Rare, who actually Sea of Thieves and Everwild, that's going to be coming soon, as well as a whole host of older games that they've worked on, some of the top-rated games of all time they have made. We're going to be joined by 2 members of our Microsoft Field team, so make sure you tune in next week for that. And on that note, guys, I think it's time that we say goodbye. So,
That's a good idea. He's got the book. He's got the book. Go quick.
Guys, thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye-bye.